Hello? Thanks for joining us again on the channel. This one's been on my radar for a while, and now, thanks to a friend who got his hands on it, I finally get to share the experience with you. Before we get started, feel free to check out the discount link in the description and the pinned comment. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
To get things started, let's hear from our first reviewer.
This reviewer has experience with both this 4K monitor and a similar competitor's model, running a dual-screen setup of each in their home. While they personally prefer this particular display, their spouse favors the other, highlighting how different features appeal to different needs. For our reviewer, the advantages come down to daily convenience and visual comfort. They found the anti-glare screen on this monitor to be more effective, noticing significantly less reflection from a desk lamp, which made for a less distracting viewing experience in the evening. The port design was another major plus, with inputs located on the back panel rather than underneath. Plugging and unplugging various gadgets became incredibly simple. This client also praised the user-friendly joystick for navigating the on-screen menu, finding it far more intuitive than the traditional button layout on the other display, especially for someone who frequently adjusts settings or switches inputs. In contrast, their spouse's preference for the competitor's model was based almost entirely on ergonomics. The stand on the other monitor offered a superior range of motion and adjustability, which was the most important feature for their needs. Despite these differences, this client emphasizes that both are excellent monitors for general work and entertainment. For an average user who isn't a professional graphic designer, the picture quality is virtually indistinguishable. When placed side by side playing the same content, both looked equally beautiful. A few final notes on this monitor include its bulky external power brick, which can require some clever cable management, and the convenient built-in speakers that work seamlessly with streaming sticks.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer initially aimed for a newer version of this monitor, but after missing a sale, settled on this slightly older model which still represented a great value. For our reviewer's desktop setup, the newer model's main upgrade, increased power delivery through the USB-C port, was irrelevant. Based on their research and experience, this client advises that connecting a desktop computer via DisplayPort or HDMI is often more stable than using a direct USB-C video connection. They chose DisplayPort to ensure the best possible color reproduction with their specific machine. The monitor's physical build is functional but not premium, featuring an all-plastic chassis and an external power brick. A reviewer found a couple of design choices to be minor annoyances, namely the lack of a physical power button. The display is either on or in a sleep mode that is frustratingly slow to wake from. The on-screen menu is navigated with a single joystick that feels a little flimsy, but it works well enough, while the monitor appears to have razor-thin bezels on three sides when powered off. Turning it on reveals an inner black border that acts as the effective bezel. Visually, however, the display is impressive. The picture quality is sharp and vibrant, making it a significant step up from an older HD monitor. Out of the box, our reviewer felt the colors needed some tweaking to match their other screens, and found the built-in adjustment controls to be a bit imprecise for fine-tuning. The viewing angles are quite good, though not as flawless as on a high-end laptop, with some slight color shifting visible from the side. Similarly, the anti-glare coating diffuses reflections rather than eliminating them, so a bright light source can still be distracting. In conclusion, this client is very satisfied with the monitor's performance, especially considering its competitive price point. Their only hesitation is a concern about long-term durability BOS.
Wonderful. Now, let's explore the feedback from our next reviewer.
This reviewer recently replaced their old Dell monitor with this new display, primarily for use with a Mac Mini. The old screen was showing its age, and they were curious if upgrading to a 4K display would make a noticeable difference. Apparently, it absolutely did. A reviewer isn't a gamer, a professional photographer, or a content creator, so their needs were fairly straightforward. They were drawn to this particular monitor due to its features, finding it a good balance of performance and cost. According to this client, the text is significantly sharper and clearer than on their previous display, and their eyes no longer feel strained after long periods of use. Connecting the display to the Mac Mini via the included USB-C cable was a breeze. The system recognized it immediately, and the picture quality was superb right out of the box. While it is capable of true 4K resolution, the default settings provided a perfect balance of sharpness and readability. They also tested it with a Windows 11 machine via HDMI. The monitor's joystick control made input switching easy, although they did need to adjust the resolution settings initially to achieve a smooth 60 Hz refresh rate. The monitor sleeps and wakes up quickly with the Mac, which is a definite plus. The built-in speakers are adequate for voice and could work for music at low volumes, but a separate Bluetooth speaker provides a much better audio experience. The stand is stable and easy to assemble, and the power brick is compact enough to hide under the desk. After 6 months of daily use, our reviewer still feels the same enthusiasm about this display. There have been no issues, and the screen continues to be easy on their eyes. After almost a year and a half of use, the monitor continues to perform flawlessly, proving to be a worthwhile investment.
That's all for now. If you found this useful, hit like and subscribe. Let's talk in the comments. See you in the next video.